It's time to talk about the best of the
Foundation.
and of course, the best of
the WGP.
with the addition of a Smark psychology podcast twist. 30-minute time limit. 2 matches of the night from last night. 1 from WGP, 1 from the Foundation. Along with the important show highlights. The owner of WGP and Foundation, Hollywood Haywood, teams up with the CEO and creator of Smark Psychology Podcast, The Prophecy, King Mac Millie, as they bring to you Good Golly Psychology.
Good golly.
Psychology, baby. What's going on, everybody? If y'all didn't watch the Foundation or WGP last night, then you're out of your mind, because right now we here to fill you in, you know what I'm saying? Give you a look inside. It's Good Golly Psychology episode 2, Havoc in the Foundation. You already see it. You know what to do. You hear the voices, so we might as well just go ahead and let ourselves into the room. I am the CEO and the creator of Smark Psychology Podcast, and I am joined here by
The owner of the Foundation and WGP, Hollywood Haywood, and wow, Mac Millie, what an amazing promo double feature that we had last night.
I loved it. I probably loved it. I loved it a little bit more than you probably did, and we're gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? But we got some points that's going on, and we already know how this is going. We got the scoreboard with the Foundation down 0-2, and we want to introduce a new way to score 1 point, as we took a poll in the chat in the locker room and figured out just a little bit of how we could do this a little bit better. And we've come up to an agreement that moment of the night is now
it's going to be the
category.
good golly moment of the night, you know. You get into these double features, there's a lot of highlights, a lot of things that happen, and after taking the poll in the locker room, we just thought maybe it would be a good idea to pick one moment of the night, one moment from either show, and award that brand for having that moment. What that moment is, we're going to find out soon.
Yeah, we're going to find out for sure. But it was a lot that went on both of these shows, to be honest. And I can't be more proud of the shows that were put on, especially to have the involvement that I had within it and the things of that nature. And so Foundation is down, and I tried to get the locker room going. I said, hey, Foundation, we got to get some points on the board. We down 0-2. We need to get some points on the board. So let's have a showing, you guys. And I think we did that.
I think the Foundation definitely came out here tonight and made a statement, and we're going to get into that because they opened up the night with Tiny Tyler Peterson's debut against Justice Vigilante, and this match was 2 different styles, and we didn't really know exactly what we were going to get with Tiny Tyler Peterson. He looks very familiar to somebody we've seen before. I'll just leave it at that. Very familiar. But somewhere along the lines, Pretty Petty Peterson has this brother. He's here in the Foundation. And I got to say, it was different, but I was impressed.
He's got a new nickname for me, and it's not his fault. It's Justice's fault. And they might have to run that back later on just for that reason, because that man is no longer Tiny P. He's PP.
PP. He's Little P. And Little P. I believe he called him Little P too. But it was interesting to see Justice Vigilante take the non-bullying approach in a game where people are told to bully people.
He gives me Adult Swim vibes. Like, I don't know, like you got the whole colorful animations and stuff going on in the beginning, and then it's just this dark presence with a little bit of comedy and a little dark humor and
Right,
everything.
right.
I
And
didn't know what to
it's
expect,
very
but I
different.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed
I,
that
I,
very
I
much.
really enjoyed it as well. Justice, clearly whoever's playing Justice is not taking it too seriously, which is a
Mm-hmm.
good thing sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
On the same token,
PP was PP was a blow. It was a good haymaker for me. I took it.
it
I
was
was like,
no, it was, but it shows what you can do when you stop taking yourself so seriously. With both of these guys, this is a good example of let's go out, let's have fun, let's be characters. Both of them did it.
Cause let me get on PP for a minute, because that guy had Tiny PP. He had my attention from beginning to the end, and I was really just trying to understand the character and what was going on, and knowing that he's a brother to Petty. That's a very interesting situation. I'm like, what is he really here to get his brother back on track for? Because he's got his championships back. So I'm curious as to what it could be. Maybe he was too serious in his last promo and made his brother mad. Shout out to the 87 Clippers.
That could be what it was. We had seen Tiny Tyler Peterson show up before, telling him to get on track. Peterson got on track, and now, you know what I think?
He called that vampire a bottom too. That doesn't get fucked. Like, that's crazy. It was crazy. I was here for everything that Tiny PP had to say, because I was just flipping it and ripping it. Like, yeah, I love this.
It was a lot. And I think the jury's still out on whether Tiny Tyler Peterson makes a better hairdresser or a promo artist.
He called him a chocolate cereal vampire. Not in those words, but he called it. I enjoyed that match a lot. I enjoyed that match a whole lot.
It was a great open to the show, and what you're going to see is going to be a common theme for Foundation tonight, where they continue to wow us tonight. That was definitely a big moment, which was followed up with what I'm going to go ahead and say. I'm going to announce it right here. This was the match of the night for the Foundation.
Oh,
Mac
is that a
Millie,
point? Is that a point?
No. You don't get a point for being the match for your brand. See, we got to first find out who the match of the night for WGP is, and then we'll award the points. You're getting ahead of yourself, Mac. I know you're excited.
I mean, it was. I'm just. Talk about it.
Let me say some things about this, Mac, because I know how you're going to speak on this match. You were involved, but I know what I know about this match, and I know that behind the scenes, if I may speak openly, with your permission.
Yes, sir.
This is probably a proud dad moment for King Mac Millie here. Jack Saban picks up, I would say, the biggest win of his career. And I'm not trying to throw sand in the face, because I think you're proud of it. That's what I think.
Oh, yeah.
You've been working with Jack Saban, for those that don't know. And that's the thing I also want to point out. Guys, people like me, Mac Millie, there's several other in the locker room.
2 months.
Whenever you're struggling, if you want to take your game to the next level, reach out to one of us. We can help you. We really can. And this is proof right here, because Jack Saban has taken all this information from King Mac Millie behind the scenes, and they had this match, and he beats him. Wow. What do you have to say, man?
If you listen to the story that I tell, our history goes all the way back to our first match in BXT when I put him down very easily. Not a problem at all. But I saw something in him. But I didn't say anything because in my promos, if you go up against me, I give you a different way of how you can do you, perhaps, if you catch the message.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
I beat him because I had ulterior motives, but I kept my eyes on him. I'm like, I want to see what it is that you do and how you respond. Because the character that he was at that time was a Caribbean pirate in the woods, and we never heard of that again. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yeah, that's done. I killed that. I started working on this man in November of last year. What else was happening in November?
Promoverse.
we were getting ready for promo verse. I was doing BWO things, doing foundation things, and I still was taking the time, and I was doing Smark things, and I still took that time. Like, I'm going to shape you. Anytime you send me a message, I'm going to answer it. I'm going to give you notes. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do quick edits. I'm going to make you graphics. I'm going to send like, and he was open. I tried to do the same thing with Scottish Warrior. We know how that turned out.
Well, you can't help them all. But let's talk about what happened after the match, Mac, because we're talking about possible moments of the night, right?
Woo! I love having my fingerprints all over everything. It feels.
We're talking about possible moments of the night because Phil Marshall, he was not caring that you might have been a little down and out after that loss. He didn't care. He thought that would be the opportune time.
I mean, I told my son we got to get ready. I told my son, I said, we got to get ready for Phil Marshall, man. Go outside.
He said, I'll be your Huckleberry, and I'm gonna go ahead and say something right now because we saw at the start of the show on Blueprint at the start of the promo double feature that Starting Point is coming March 20th, March 21st. Now, Pete Wall could make this match. He could. He's the general manager.
He could.
But I'm the owner. Okay? I'm the owner. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. We're going to make the first official match for Starting Point right here on Good Golly Psychology. And that first match for Starting Point 2026 will be Phil Marshall versus the Prophecy, King Macmillan. You can go ahead and lock it in. That is happening at Starting Point 2026.
Yes, sir.
Phil Marshall came in like only he could, accepted your challenge. We're going to run the match. I'm going to let it cook. Now I got to talk about something else. Because yes. Yeah, can we just talk about the fact that Biker Bob showed up to WGP Havoc? He showed up to the wrong show.
I loved it.
He not only did he show up to the wrong show, it took him 6 minutes to get out anything coherent. I'm not trying to discourage Biker Bob, but I will need to see Biker Bob in the foundation office on Monday, and he will be subject to a urinary sample.
Look, listen. I gave Blunt some of this good Cali, you feel me? He gave it to Biker, a couple of them, you know what I'm saying? And things happened, you know. Blunt just leaned over. It was just like, hey, you know, we got a match in WGP and not Foundation tonight, right? And he was like, oh, I'm on my way. I was like, I'll meet you there. I was happy that the man was on his bike because I questioned that.
Yeah, I'm just glad he got out of there safe.
You know what I'm saying?
Blunt, what was that?
I said we got to get better catering. Blunt Road, he had the bubble guts. I mean, we smoked all that. He was eating like.
Well, we've put Pepto in the catering as well, so that should help. But Blunt Road picks up a big win. Biker Bob, get some help.
I don't think he needed no help. He at least he was coherent enough to know that he was in the wrong place and he knew who did it. And I was fine with that. I was fine. Yeah. I need more Biker Bob. I mean, I don't know if I want more of the filter face, but because Blunt faced that. He took that all the way out.
So, and then we had our main event, Matt. But before the main event, can I just talk about something? I gotta say something, man. I can't believe
Can I interrupt you? Can I interrupt you real quick?
Speaking of interruptions, Mac, let's talk about interruptions because I didn't have not one, but I had 2 interruptions before the main event.
We got to make it 3 next week.
We might have to. And this, now let me tell you, even though they were interruptions, these are some good golly highlights that we're seeing right here because we had Tomsterdamus. Tomsterdamus has been on our screen saying the hate tour is going to begin. But when? Who? Where? I think we got some clues. I'm going to dissect it. He talks about a guy that should already be gone.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about a guy who's way past what he should be doing.
And he hates it.
And he hates it.
He hates it.
one of the most loved men in the foundation right now is none other than the man fighting for his career, Jay Briggy. I don't know if that's who Tomster's talking about, but it sounds like Jay Briggy. Jay Briggy, if you're out there, I think you need to find out if Tomster's talking about it.
I got my eye on him. I want to run one time. I know it's gonna happen, but I'm excited for it in the present mind. Because
he's something, and I pity whoever is his choice.
But what if it is Jay Briggy though? Like, can you imagine? Like that might have to be a starting point, ending point type.
That would definitely have to be something. Both of them hold wins over each other in the promo verse, and they need a rubber match. Let's see.
Nice.
And then we had our main event, and this was a
psych. No, we didn't. We got to talk about Golly.
This was our rematch from the last Blueprint. Pete Wall came out, so the winner of this match would face Golly Guns in his first title defense for the prototype. But after I was interrupted by Tomster and thought I was going to do the main event, here comes our prototype champion, Golly Guns. I can't get but so mad. He just wanted to
you want to see your champs on the show. Yeah,
right. He wanted to send a message to one of his future opponents. I'm here for it, but Golly, next time, all you got to do is ask. I'm just saying, guys, all you got to do is ask. You don't got to interrupt. But anyway, we get to the main event where Hector had picked up the big win 2 weeks ago. Glenn comes out here, gets way more aggressive. Way more aggressive. But the thing I liked that Hector did, Hector brings up a good point. He says people are billing this match as David and Goliath.
Yeah,
did y'all forget that I've already beaten him?
Yeah. He had a good blow. He had a good rock in his sling when he told Glenn. He said, "Hey, I ain't gotta show up and beat you. You gotta show up and beat me now."
Right.
Like
that's what Glenn did. Glenn came out clean sweep. I'm not taking anything away from Hector because honestly, these two, I could watch them again. But I'm not saying we're going to, but I could because I
have this. It's good, but Hector, you are getting so much better. The intro music that you use, that flip of that AJ Styles character, that the Lost Souls, like when it plays, it sets in. I know, like Hector's coming. Like that's a good feeling. You know? That's a good feeling. Keep working, Hector. Keep working. You are right there. Glenn, I'm gonna give you a note, buddy. Hector has been getting better. Don't call us phony, okay? Don't call us phony for that because it's true.
It's true. Very true.
It's true.
Very true.
Well, watch how you talk to your judges and watch how you talk to people that hold your future in their hands to say.
Well, I will say this. That is a good point. The judges did get the message. They liked what they saw. Glenn came out. I think he was more aggressive this time. I think that's what got him the win. And he will go on to face Golly Guns at the next Blueprint on the road.
And it's that's a fit. That's such a fit.
It's a good match. It's going to be Gully's first defense, and I can't wait to see it. But
now, so the match of the night from Foundation is me and Saban. All right, so let me go ahead and get that. You know,
that doesn't get a point. Remember, Mac.
Yeah. I know.
You might get a point, but you don't get a point yet. Now we gotta go WGP.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna start off with a bang and give them the match of the night. I lied to you. This is not the match of the night. But dang, it was close. It was so close. This was the runner-up for match of the night, and it all boils down to the three most dangerous words in promo. Go ahead and say it, Mac.
A.E. motherfucker P. I never laughed so much in my life. Uncle Leroy came and smacked AEP.
Uncle Leroy.
He came in, cussed him out, smacked him, left.
It was
I
great.
75 years old. I'm no look
it
like
was
no,
so great.
no.
And let me say this.
Who's a
to
Luke?
the
What is a
illusionist
Luke?
Luke Thompson. But it didn't. It didn't. It took this, in this case, it took me out of the promo, and his words weren't strong enough to outdo AEP's uncle.
Just Uncle Leroy. Uncle Leroy. Don't mention Uncle Leroy. He ain't no Luke. He don't look like Luke.
Said and he got glasses for you. AEP nailed two things in this promo that the judges are looking for: fight and fun. Nailed it. That was a fun promo.
Why'd you hit me? Dang, I'm gonna beat him.
But you know, then we had Grayson Lee versus Mama Purge. People sleep on Mama Purge.
Mama Purge, what's happening, baby? Look at that graphic.
Mama Purge comes out. Matt, what do you got to say about this match? I know you're familiar with both of these, very familiar with both of these competitors.
Interesting. I've been trying to spider webbing them together as well. And we're still working. We're still building. Yeah, he's still finding his voice and everything, and he's right around the corner. And like I said, he's everywhere but nowhere, and he's in places that you don't even know about, probably in your promos too.
Well, the thing about Grayson is he had some strong words. I'd caution him to look at his time on the promo, and I'd caution him to look at the movement. The movement, there was a lot of movement, and it didn't look like he was moving. It looked like his camera was. I could be wrong, I said. But I like what I see. I think we just need to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah,
and then I think
he's just beginning. He's just beginning to do his own edits and everything too, and learning through that. So again, it's a factory over at Smark Psychology. So we
I know
sharpen each other.
No doubt. If he's working with you guys, I mean, it's eventually going to all come together. So.
I mean, it's in our blood.
yeah. So now let's talk about the WGP match of the night.
Oh man,
the Cured's Berserko versus Truly Righteous Soulstar, and I'm going to say something before I let you get into this match. Truly Righteous Soulstar did not pick up the win here, but he was close. And people sleep on Truly Righteous Soulstar because they think that because I don't know that he's been around a long time, and people joke him about some things that have happened in the past. Let me tell you something, guys. Truly Righteous Soulstar deserves to exist here.
Yeah,
he was close to beating one of the hottest guys in the promoverse right now, Berserko. Truly Righteous Soulstar brings something different to the table that not everybody else brings. He's a character. It gets over, guys. So don't be surprised when he pulls out wins. He gets over. Berserko, meanwhile, you can't help but notice him. I mean, you can't help but notice him.
He has a presence. He has an immediate presence.
I'm going to say he's the scariest clown in a game full of clowns.
Yeah.
And you can clearly hear what he says when he talks. It's menacing. Like, dude,
you can see the effects of his voice and his mouth is like spraying.
Dare I say, you can almost see the emotion on him when he speaks.
I usually have a lot to say about people that's like too close to the camera and they spitting and their mouth sound juicy. But if you do it in the right setting, in the right space, like it's perfectly fine. And like Berserko gets it. He does it. And this match was better, far better than it had any business being. Because if you look at it on paper, like you said, everybody will look at this and go, Berserko goes crazy. But this on a very, I don't even want to say not on the same level, but on the same level. I don't even want to mention that, but I have to mention it. It gave me Shawn Michaels Undertaker Light versus the Dark storyline.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? When Berserko's like, I'm coming to steal your soul, and the Righteous One is like, I'm coming to save it. Like, I that's what I caught from it. It was a grand story.
And I hope Truly Righteous Soul Star is watching this right now. Do not get down on yourself. Keep building on what you're doing. Clean it up a little bit. And I think you're right back where you were a few years ago before you dropped the Truly Righteous Soul Star stuff. Pick it back up. Let's get going again. Let's get to work.
I like it because I almost had a match with this guy in another place. And he was doing the other gimmick, and I was looking at this gimmick like, I want this guy. I want this guy over here. Because that's where I could see the shine in. And it's crazy, like as I'm watching the match, I'm like, hit me with a Bible verse. And then he dropped Ephesians on me, and I said, all right, okay, yeah, we in here.
Yeah, and I think he dropped 3 verses, 3 Bible verses in that promo, if I remember correctly. I said, do this. Nobody else is doing this. Let's talk about our main event, match 4 in this saga of Johnny Canada versus the fall of Jimmy. But we didn't get Johnny Canada. We got the Phantom.
Yeah.
Eagle Eye viewers will know the Phantom has been seen before. Somewhere else. But the Phantom won Johnny Canada a match somewhere else. I believe it was Defiance Unsanctioned. I could be wrong. He brought out the Phantom. I gotta say, I really liked Jimmy's approach here. But how do you approach for something you don't know you're gonna face?
Yeah. I hope to see more of the Phantom in place of Johnny. I mean, I don't know if Johnny's dead or if he's gone or what he said. Johnny was over.
Is the Phantom like a Finn Balor thing, or is it a permanent thing?
And then thinking of the tag team tournament coming up, just him and the Illusionist, like so many things can happen.
Because he's paired with the Illusionist, isn't he?
Yeah.
So the Phantom and the Illusionist could be a thing. That would be epic. Oh my God, the Blind Day tournament got so much better. And here's the thing. We're going to probably put this series on a hold for a little bit because Johnny, the Phantom, is in the tournament.
Yeah.
They are now at 3-1. We need a match 5, but we're going to put it on
Good
hold.
promo, Jimmy. Probably one of his better promos that I've seen. Like if Jimmy accidentally on purpose gets himself into scenarios that I don't think he means. But when it comes down to getting it together and doing the right thing and getting his head straight, like this promo, Jimmy, Jesus.
Yeah,
Where's
I'm
this been?
Something about Jimmy that I think Jimmy has direction. Jack Saban versus King Macmillan. For WGP, we have Berserko versus Truly Righteous Soul Star. Who's going to get the point? The point tonight for match of the night for the overall show goes to the Foundation's King Macmillan versus Jack Saban. Let's give them a point. And so keep building on that, Jack. You just got match of the night, bro. Congratulations.
Like I said, go outside and do everything that I taught you. Get the fuck out of here. Phil Marshall's coming.
So now we got to talk about the moment of the night, and I think this is a no-brainer. And now it's time to give the point for the overall show. Which show from top to bottom was better this week? And if you've been following along, I don't think it's hard to figure out. And this is not me being brutal on WGP. WGP put out a great show. So the Foundation will also take the 3rd point this week for the better show.
Swung that thing around from 0-2 down. Bow with a 1-point lead.
And as you can see, it can change. It can change every week.
Promo verse, let's keep the positivity rolling. Let's keep the growth going. Let's get to the manyan, because that's where we going. You understand? I've been the Prophecy King Mac Millie. Tap back in with Smark Psychology a little bit later on today for our watch along with what is that? Saturday
Night
event
Main, good golly
going
event.
down or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the owner and host of WGP and the Foundation. Thank you for checking out Good Golly Psychology.